Hello everybody, Mark Antomate here with Running in Japan. I'm at beautiful Marunouchi, Tokyo, and I'm getting ready to review the Beats Powerbeats Pro. We're going to find out if these are the best sports earphones that you can use for the purpose of running. Stay tuned and let's find out together. All right, so one thing really quick. We're just going to talk about this presentation, the box right here. It comes inside of a very recyclable, hard paper cardboard, and the whole box is recyclable. This is the charger. You got all your box and paperwork inside of there. Right here, you have your charger, which is a lot smaller than the previous iteration, and on the inside it can hold the hooks and everything inside of a very nice compact style. And right now I have them inside of my ears. So I went ahead and I sold off my Beats Fit Pro and I put the money towards buying this. You want to know how I feel about that? I feel buyer's remorse, if I'm just being completely frank and honest with you and upfront, not saving that to the end of the video. I feel like I made the wrong decision. For the purpose of running, the Beats Fit Pro fit perfectly inside of my ears. The wingtips, they made everything stay in nice and snug. Even when running and you're inside of that motion, nothing fell out. Now, there was only about 2 occasions that those Beats Fit Pro fell out of my ears in the course of, 3 to 4 years of me owning them. One of them, I was on a crowded train headed to Tokyo in rush hour, and as I stood up to get out of my seat to exit the train at my destination stop, I happened to bump into somebody and it fell out of my ear. But that was a pretty hard bump that made that do that. And as well as I was also on a flight to Hawaii one time from Tokyo, and I must have bumped, I can't remember exactly the situation, this was about 2 years ago, but I did bump into something and or somebody, and it had fallen out of my ear, just one bud inside the seat, and of course I had to go search for it. And it was based on just those 2 instances out of the course of 4 years that, I decided that I would buy this one because it has these hooks inside of here. So even if I were to bump into somebody on the rare occasion that it happens, it's not going to fall out of my ear. And just for 2 times, or how rare that's going to happen, I feel like I made the wrong decision buying these. After I sold off those Beats Fit Pro, it cost me an extra 20,000 Japanese yen here inside of Japan to pick these up. So, by trading that in, I only got 1/3 the price of this. In many facets, I think the Beats Fit Pro are better than these. They have a lot more bass to them. They produce a lot less sweat when you're doing strenuous activity, like when I was running today wearing these. I had the sweat. It was running down the long piece of this thing, and it was running down the back of the unit and then back into my ear. I thought that was pretty disgusting. Ultimately, there's 2 things that you're going to get better out of these than what you're going to get out of those. If you like your music more, flat across the board, the highs and the mids are a lot better on these, but the bass is better on those. And the other thing is the battery life on this is going to be pretty much 3 times inside of this case and inside of the unit itself of what that was. So again, I want to say, as I was running, these produced a lot of sweat that ran down the unit and actually back into my ear. And I've never experienced something like that before. At first I thought an insect had gotten on there and had crawled down the unit and went into my ear canal. I was like, man, what is this? This is strange, and I had to take it off, and then I touched there, and then I found out that it was sweat. I mean, how disgusting is that? So the Beats Fit Pro, they only take up so much space inside of the ear canal that there's a lot more room for breathability, for, perspiration to get out, so to speak, so that you're not sweating and it's just going back inside of there. Yes, although the fit on these are a lot stronger, I would definitely say that the fit on those were a lot more comfortable than this. Even with me wearing my glasses here, I could still put these hooks over my glasses and it's not going to hinder me putting on and taking off my glasses, or it's not going to make them more uncomfortable than what they already are. But I did find that after a good maybe 3 to 4 hours that I do feel a little bit of fatigue around the ear and things like that. So, you know, there's that. But I guess you could say with the Beats Fit Pro, you might feel some fatigue with those after some hours as well. But I would say that you can definitely get a lot more comfortable hours of use out of those than you can these. But the problem with those is that the battery dies a lot sooner, so you have to take them out of your ear and charge those, whereas these just keep on going. So my ultimate judgment here, I do have to say, for the purpose of running, are these the end-all be-all best earbuds for the purpose of running? I'm gonna say that while they're good and you'll be satisfied if you were to have wasted your money on them, if you already have the better Beats Fit Pro, just go ahead and stick with that, which is a lot cheaper than this. And those, you could do the same things that you could do inside of these, but only the sound is a little bit better and they're a lot more comfortable, with the battery life taking a hit, of course. But ultimately, I would say those are better for your runs and for workouts. But these, pretty good. All right, guys, I'd like to thank you for watching this review over the Powerbeats Pro 2. If you found it informative or entertaining inside the least bit, go ahead and give me that thumbs up, smash that like button, subscribe for more content such as this, and I will see you guys in the next one. And until next time, God bless. I'm out.